Welcome to online OHS training tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the Safe Work Method Builder in the online OHS system. In step 2 of the starter kit process, you are asked to enter activities. Activities entered here were automatically placed into the activity register and also placed into the Safe Work Method register. Some of these activities you entered may need a procedure developed, so the employee undertaking them undertakes the activity safely. This developed document is commonly called a Safe Work Method statement. The definition of a Safe Work Method statement means a statement that describes how the work is to be carried out, identifies that the activities have safety risks, and identifies those safety risks and describes the control measures that will be applied for these work activities to be performed safely. It also will include descriptions of equipment as well as standards and codes to be complied with, and qualifications of the personnel doing the work and the training required to do so. To identify these activities with risks, we need to undertake what is called a job safety analysis. A job safety analysis is a process that enables the employer, its management, and other team members to analyse and understand the hazards and associated risks to a particular job. So identifying the safest way of doing the job can be to implement a safe work procedure. So, undertake the job safety analysis to identify the activities that have risks and hazards relating to them. Then develop the safe work methods in the online OHS system for these activities so the employee performs them safely. To undertake this job safety analysis, you will need to follow these 5 steps. 1. Selecting the job to be analysed. The ideal is to conduct a job safety analysis on all jobs identified as hazardous within the organisation. Step 2. Selecting the team. It is important to identify and select team members who have the expertise, knowledge, skills and experience about the job being analysed, including a select team to develop the JSA. Step 3. Determine the steps required to perform the job. The job should be broken down into the steps necessary to do the work in the order that they are done. The ideal number is 10 steps. Valuable information can be gained by observing and recording the job steps as it is being performed. Step 4. Identify all possible hazards in doing the job. The identified hazards are then listed against each step necessary when undertaking the job. You should also enter the hazard into your hazard register, as this will lead us to our next step. Step 5. Determining the best way to deal with the identified hazards. This is the final step. By entering the hazard into the hazard register, you can undertake a risk assessment and implement control measures to reduce the risk. In undertaking this process, the system has not only put the hazard into the hazard register, but also into the safe work method of the activity the hazard is related to. Let's undertake the process of entering a hazard you have just identified during the job safety analysis process. Open your hazard register and select the Add New Hazard. Complete the hazard form, making sure to select the activity which involved the hazard identified. Enter the hazard identified into the system. Undertake the risk assessment of the hazard, and once completed, select control and develop control measures for the hazard by working your way down the hierarchy of control measures. More than one control measure can be implemented. The hazard will now be listed in your hazard register to show your history of compliance to hazard management, and will automatically be placed into the safe work method of the activity as a foreseeable hazard, including any personal protective equipment you may have implemented as a control measure. So once you have completed this process, it's time to develop your new safe work method in the online OHS system. Select the risk management icon, then Safe Work Method statement. A list of all the activities you entered in the system can be seen. If you have any existing safe work methods or safety procedures, you can select the Upload icon and upload the document straight into the system, making sure to set a review date for this document. If you need to develop a safe work method, then select the View Safe Work Method icon. A safe work method template can be seen, complete with the activity you entered during the starter kit process and the site you related it to. Now all you need to do is select the Add Procedure button, and the procedure builder will be seen. The steps you identified during the job safety analysis are now entered step by step into these fields. Enter the steps and the hazard you have identified for that step, using the risk matrix to assess the risk. Then enter the control measure you have identified to reduce the risk, and then select a residual risk. The residual risk is where you identified a hazard relating to this step. You then enter a control measure to reduce the risk. Therefore, by doing so, you have lowered the risk. The residual risk is that lowered risk score. Select Save, and the process you have completed is now being developed into a line on your new safe work method. Repeat this process for all the steps of the safe work method statement. Once the document is completed, you can develop the document into a PDF, complete with your company logo at the top. If you undertake this activity at more than one site, you don't have to rewrite the entire document. Just select the Copy button, then change the site to suit. Select Copy, and the document will be duplicated for the site selected. So in summary, safe work methods will need to be developed for activities that have been identified with hazards and risks associated with them. Safe work methods are developed so the employee can undertake the activity safely. To identify these hazards and their associated risks, you undertake a job safety analysis. Hazards identified are entered into the system, assessed, and control measures implemented. Safe work methods are then built inside the system using the procedure builder. Once you have completed the process of entering and developing your safe work methods, the next step is to conduct a training needs analysis and then provide task-specific training for all team members when implementing the new safe work method.